Australian tourist visas for kids. Here at Down Under Visa, we prepare and lodge a lot of tourist visa applications. Most of the time these are applications for single solitary Filipino ladies who are in romantic relationships with Australian men. Tourist visa applications for kids are less common, but we still invariably lodge them every month. We're not talking about tourist visas for solitary kids, of course. This is kids of Filipino ladies who bring them along so they can be with their future stepfathers, assuming all goes towards a partner visa application later. There he is. Tourist visas for Filipino children. Practical considerations. To bring the kids or not to bring the kids. Again, probably most don't bring the kids, and whilst I'm a firm believer in kids being included in partner visa applications and not left behind, I have a bit of a different view generally when it comes to tourist visa applications. My view is that unless the relationship is mature enough and you spend enough time with mum and the kids that you have a comfortable relationship anyway, you should consider leaving the kids at home for at least the first visit. Why? Because a first visit to Australia for a girl from the Philippines is a big deal, and the purpose of it is to see if you're comfortable enough together to take the relationship further and make it permanent. For many women, this will be the first trip outside the Philippines, and maybe the first time they've ever been away from their families and the hometown even. They'll be spending 3 months in an Aussie brick veneer house out in the Australian suburbs somewhere with an Aussie man they probably still have a young relationship with. There will be culture shock issues, homesickness, and the usual relationship teething problems. Kids, unless they're candidates for sainthood, tend to be a demanding lot. So the issue is you have a Filipino lady there with her child. Mum has culture shock and child has the usual kid needs. She can't tend effectively to both the relationship and the needy child at the same time, under those circumstances. One or both will most likely miss out. Not so easy to have romantic evenings and time spent gazing at each other romantically if there's a 3-year-old tugging at mummy's shirt and wanting a drink. I'm sure it doesn't add to the romance of the whole thing. Again, if you have spent enough time together and concentrated already on developing the bonds of a new family, then maybe none of this is an issue at all. But if this is not the case, then maybe it's better to leave Junior back at home with Granny this time. The other issue is that the child may only attend school in Australia for 3 months maximum. So even if you get a stay longer than 3 months, if you happen to be lucky enough to get a 6-month visa grant, or by applying for a further stay inside Australia, or if you happen to have a multiple entry tourist visa, which can be got under some circumstances, the child may only attend an Australian school for 3 months maximum. So they may miss out on schooling. The other thing is that this may cause a problem with the child's schooling back in the Philippines. The Filipino education system is not known for its flexibility. Can I bring the child to Australia in the first place? Okay, so you've decided that it's a good idea to bring the whole family, and of course that's perfectly fine with us. Will there be anything stopping you from getting a tourist visa for the child or children? Firstly, note that kids go on to separate visa applications. We charge less for kids' tourist visas than we do for adult visas, because even though they are separate actual applications, they can still see a connection between mum's visa application and the child's application, so we don't need quite as much background information for the child, less personal details, so it's less work for us, but they are still processed separately. The main issue is that you have legal permission to bring the child with you, in other words, legal custody. If the mother is a single mother, in other words, never married to the biological father of the child, then she has sole legal custody under Philippines law. And if she's widowed, obviously no permission is needed. If she is or was married, then the father of the child will normally have custodial rights, unless the court specifically took those rights away from him, which doesn't happen very often. So even if he's the worst father in the world, if there is a legal custodial father of the child, his permission is needed. If not, then proof is needed of no custodial father. You can explain all of this at the time that you ask us to help you. And note that an application for a child may well take longer than mum's visa application, as they need to be 100% certain that all is okay. The safety and protection of children is paramount, so be prepared to wait for them to do their checks and their follow-ups. Okay, thank you. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you found that relevant. There are regular blog articles which come out, and each is accompanied by a video, so keep watching the space. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and please share this video on social media. You can also go to the website, which is www.downundervisa.com.au. You can subscribe to the blog, and you will get regular emails every time a new article comes out. And please share this on any social media that you use. We'd appreciate that. Thank you very much.